everyone, welcome to my desk. It's been a while. I have not made a video in so long about stationery, and it's mostly because life's been busy, and my work life has been really busy and very involved in several different projects and some new projects, and I have been busier than ever in my books. I should even pull out my wool. No, I won't. I think I'm on my 7th volume of a wool gathering book. Gosh, it's just a lot. And over this time, I have really sort of refined things more and more and more. And I just feel so happy with the way things are. But there's a strangeness too, because I feel like I had to kiss a lot of princes before I found my ideal system. So in other words, I've used a lot of beautiful tools, and it's almost like I'm not using anything else because I've fallen so in love with the system I'm using. I've got all these beautiful things that I'm not using, and it feels kind of sad, and it feels, I don't know, it doesn't feel good. I don't know, have you ever experienced that with something where you kept searching and spent money, right? And time and money. And then when you finally find the thing that's the right thing, what do you do with the other things? You know, so I've thought a lot about selling a few pens. I've cleaned them all out well, and I really only have 3 fountain pens inked. I already did a video about that, so I don't need to do that again. But other than letter writing, which I use my Sailor, I use this pen and then one other pen pretty much all the time. But this pen is the one I use. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I've thought about selling a few pens. I don't know, or maybe things will change. Things change, and maybe eventually it will. Well, anyways, these are small problems, but I just wanted to hop on and just talk about my what I use every day, and this is it. It's right here, and pretty much this right here. So it's all right here. And then I also have my stickers. My stickers are a huge thing for me, and they're all in here. All of my stickers are in this bag, and those go with me, and they're always at my desk because I like stickers. And my washi tapes are right here in front of me. They're right here. Those are my washi tapes. So those kinds of things matter, you know, for me. That's part of my creative process that I really love. I love to play with that stuff. I'm really just a 12-year-old girl who still likes Hello Kitty and Studio Ghibli films. I don't know. I love it. I love decorating with stickers. And it's the little things that bring us joy, right? That we have to, it helps us through the harder stuff, I guess. I'm really lucky. I'm not complaining about a darn thing. So, I'm going to show you. So the one thing I just put a new notebook in here. I'm a Midori girl through and through. I've tried a million other things, and I always go back to the MD notebooks. It's my favorite. And last year, I got a really good deal on this cover, and I absolutely love it. I would love to have one for my other notebook, but I thought about getting another one eventually for this size, but I'm using the A5 less and less. I feel like it's a lot to fill, and I'm still using it. I just put this one in last night because I finished another one, and I'm using it for my writing projects, but I'm using it less and less. I've less and less. So I still have it. I don't really know the future of it. It will be used, but right now it's just being used for writing projects. So that's that. So this is the MD cover with an MD notebook. I like the dot grid or the grid. I'm kind of starting to like the grid more, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And so this is my daily writing book, and this is just an MD-B5 Slim, and it's got the clear cover on it, and I put some rub-on stickers. I always do. I just finished another one. This was my last one, and I saved the paper covers to store them. I've got a, there's my paper cover for this one. And so I just decorate them, and every single morning this is where I write. And sometimes I only write a little bit, and sometimes I write a whole lot. But I always decorate them. And it's just, it's sort of like my morning pages, right? But I don't do the 3-page thing. I write, sometimes I write a half a page, sometimes I write 8 pages. It just depends. And I do, it's my journal, right? It's definitely my journal. And so I started a new, this is the second one in this size. So I bought this one originally for my Japanese notebook for my studies, and I ended up tearing a bunch of papers out and then just putting a piece of tape here so it wouldn't fall apart, because I ended up not doing my Japanese that way. It's all on my phone now. So I repurposed it, and I just started using it as my journal. And I'll tell you what, man, this size is like perfect for me. Aesthetically, I love it. It fits into my my little bag that I take out with me, that I put in my purse. It's perfect. So this is the B5 Slim, and I really, really, really love it. So I got a clear cover for it, and this is the second one in that. And I just, you know, I just decorate, and sometimes that's my chance to use stickers, and sometimes I do my tarot or oracle readings and write about those in here, but mostly it's just, yeah, and that was me taking pens for walks, because I also have all my Kavecos still inked, which I love, and I have fun with those. That's where I use my colored inks. So this is my journal. I used to have it in an A5, and it was in a big black cover, which I'm just not using right now. This is just, I don't know, it feels good. I'm perfectly happy. I don't know. I feel bad about that. Isn't that funny? I feel bad about it. My planner has basically gone down to this. This is a Hobonichi Weeks. I moved down from a cousin. I use it, so my monthly calendar, all my appointments go here. And then the weeks are, here's my appointments that like are scheduled appointments, like time slot appointments for each day of the week. And then these are the things that I have to accomplish during the week, and then I just mark off when I do them. So this has been fabulous. I usually decorate it because I enjoy it and it's fun, but I don't always, right? So this week I didn't have time. So I could later, I guess. But yeah, that's my planner now. It's pretty great. And then the like really most important thing I have is my wool gathering book. And I know I've talked about it ad nauseum, but you know what? It's so important to me. I love it so, so much. And I repurposed this. This is a Berlin notebook cover by Herr Pong. And I tried the Berlin notebooks for a long time. I probably filled up 4 or 5 of them. And honestly, I don't love the paper. It's just the truth. I don't love the paper. So I decided to make this into my field notes book. And it keeps the books nice. Everything's in here that I use for wool gathering. So I can just pop this in my bag, and it's great. This is, I've been using this fountain pen a little bit, and I need to refill it. And I've got papers tucked in here that I use, which I've talked about many, many times. I've got the field notes book. This is volume 7. And I just started this one a few days ago. And it's really just the same system as I've been using. I really love it. So color-coded stickers to tell me what it's about. I'm decorating it. I'm putting my margin notes in pencil. anything that are my own thoughts are in pencil. Everything else is in ink. Usually it's either this Kokuyo 07 black ink gel pen or the Pilot Frixion in a 0.7. I love them. This is my favorite pen to write with. It scares me a little bit because it's erasable. And I've heard that if it ever gets hot, it will disappear. Nothing ever gets that hot because I don't get hot. I don't like being hot. So I have air conditioner. I don't know. I don't leave it in my hot car. I think it's going to be okay. But it's such a nice feeling. I put these little rubber things on them because it helps me. But it's such a nice feeling to write with this ink. If you've never written with one before, I highly suggest trying it. I have tried a million zillion gel pens, and this is the nicest feeling pen on the paper. I don't know why. And there's something else about it. It's like, it's like a translucent black. I can't explain it, but it's just really, I don't know, it's my favorite. So I use either that one, and this is my second favorite. It's got this little groove here, and it's fairly comfortable for me, and the ink is really nice. But otherwise, sometimes I've started using this particular pen. This is a TWSBI in a fine point, and it's got Berlin Fox number 6 ink that I need to refill. I just ran out this morning when I was writing something in here. And for some reason, this pen and this ink combination does not bleed through this paper. So I'm happy because all my other fountain pens, when I use them, would go through. Like here I was testing a Pelican and a couple different, and they go through. This combination though does not go through. And the Field Notes has this lovely kind of dark yellow, either line or grid, and this yellow ruling, and it looks so nice with the Fox, the rusty color. I really, really love it. So I've been doing that. I just keep the pen just clipped to here. So I've got my Field Notes book tucked in the front, and then if you open this up, I've got my folder with my my dots there, and then I've got a pack of stickers that in case I don't have my big sticker bag with me, I've got a little pack of stickers stuck in here. And so it's pretty darn awesome. I really love it, and the pen just fits really nicely in there. So pretty great. I really like it. And I like this color with this color. These little things that thrill someone that's just weird that way. So yeah, that's really it. It's pretty simplified. My my tools are still, I got a pencil, my ruler, my trusty ruler, my magic pencil to do all horizontal lines. This does all vertical lines. I've got my pens. I've got 2 Jelly Roll pens that are metallic. This is silver metallic, and this is black gold metallic, because I like to add little accents sometimes. And then I've got my my brush pen, because as you can see, sometimes I draw with a brush pen in my book. I put little things out of vases, and just little things like that. I do it in there, and I also do it in here sometimes, like there, So I like to have a brush pen, and this is just a Kuretake brush pen. So pretty great. The fountain pen business. Okay, so I can't help it. This is the only fountain pen I really use unless I'm writing a letter and I use my cursive italic that my friend gave me. I save it special for that. It's my letter writing pen. But this is a Pilot Vanishing Point. And I don't know. It's just the most comfortable pen I have ever written with. Let me just get out some paper. They have many different colors. I thought about getting another one, but then I thought, you don't need another one. This is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. The one thing I did not like about this, I did not like the converter. I just don't like it. So I've just been using the Pilot cartridges. This one is blue-black. It's getting near empty, so when it's done, they last me a few days, sometimes 2 days, sometimes 3 days. I write a lot with this, so I go through ink fairly quickly. But I've got 2 cartridges. I've got the Pilot Namiki Blue Black, and I've got the Pilot Iroshizuku in the Old Man Winter, the Fuyu Syogun. And this is like a beautiful blue-gray, and this is a blue-black. I like this one better. It's more expensive, so I'll probably alternate them because I go through so much. But I prefer this one. It's so pretty. In fact, I have it in my I have it in the E95, which I also use sometimes. Not in the field notes, but I use it in my journal. I love this pen. But this is the Pilot. This is such a fine nib. My writing is not great with it. This is the Iroshizuku. Pilot converters are terrible. They just are. So I'm using the cartridges, and this is the Fuyu CO. Okay. So you can see it's just a really beautiful, cool, cool gray. And this is the Namiki Blue Black. So it's Pilot. I mean, I start writing this pen, and it's just like, it's just, I don't know. This is a medium nib, and if I ever did anything, I would try a fine. And I think they even have a fine medium. I'm not the replacement nib. And this is the blue black. It is the most comfortable, delightful nib. It's springy. It's responsive. It's got a little bit of line variation to it. Not a whole lot, but it's there. It's by no means a flex nib, but it's just like delightful. And I don't know why, but having this clip here makes it incredibly comfortable for me. My hands get super, super tired. For instance, with this pen without this grip, I mean, my hands hurt really quickly. So I need something like this. And so the clip for me is like a dream. It's so comfortable. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but it's like I'm so in love with the feel of this pen that all my other pens just sit around. And I feel really bad about that. I keep my Kavecos inked up with fun colors, and I love that. So I use those for things all the time. But for my big writing, this is what I use. And I don't know. It's the best. Yeah. They have a smaller one, a thinner one that seems really nice. It's got the same nib in it. They're not very expensive either for gold nib pens. The Decimos. But I'm afraid that it's going to be too narrow for me. This one is just perfect. It is so comfortable for me. This is the Stripes, and in the US it's kind of expensive, but I got it from Japan with a discount code, and a sale, and I got a really, really good deal on this pen. Unfortunately, in the US, and normally it's an expensive pen that I would have never purchased if I had to pay that price for it. But I feel really lucky to have it, and it's actually a really, really, really expensive pen because I tried so many other pens before I fell in love. Yeah, but it's important to me. I don't know. It's a silly problem, right? And my own darn fault. But anyways, I would love to know. Let me just show you this lovely ink here. So this is the, it's all Pilot Frixion. I don't know if you can hear the cushion when this writes. It's like, I don't know. It's just delicious. And this is the 0.7. I just love it. And if you don't know, the cool thing about this, and this is why I use it, I always use it in my calendar and my planner. If you don't know, you turn it over and it erases with heat and friction. Pretty cool. So that's, I love it for my planner. I always use it in there, and I often use it in here. Just because I like the way it feels. You can tell. So this is the Frixion. It's more like a transparent black. And this is the, this one, the Kokuyo. It's a very dark black, which is gorgeous. So, yeah. This is a Frixion too, but it's a colored one with sparkles in it that I tried. So many pens, so little time. So, really dumb problems and things to feel bad about, but I have to say, I mean, I've got a beautiful pen collection. You know, and I do use these two, and I have my these are my good pens right here. So I have 5 really, really good pens that are here. And they're all cleaned out. And, you know, so maybe I'll have a time where, oh, I really want to use that pen, and I'll ink it up and use it, and then I'll clean it out. You know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I really have not used anything except for when I'm writing letters. But this pen and this TWSBI, just because it works in the field notes. If this worked in field notes, I wouldn't even use the TWSBI. And I love the TWSBI. Love, love, love writing with it. Yeah. So that's it. That's my very probably boring update. Very boring update. Anyways. So I would love to know if you ever had an experience like that where you had to kiss a lot of, I say princes, I don't want to say, because everything that I've used has been wonderful, but it's never been exactly right, I guess. And I guess I didn't know that until this came along. I've heard people say that about the Pilot Custom 823, that pen, even if they have Mont Blanc pens, which I will never own a Mont Blanc pen, but even if they have that pen, they always pick up the Pilot Custom 823. I don't have that pen. I'm afraid of that pen because I'm afraid the same thing would happen and that I would never use this one. But I've heard that about that pen. So if you have stories like that, I would love to hear. Whether it's about pens, fountain pens, or gel pens, or notebooks or notebook covers, I would love to hear, you know, what your story is a little bit and how you settled on what you love. Or if you're someone who just really likes to change it up all the time. I guess I'm just not, you know. I'm learning about myself, I suppose. All right, everybody. That's enough. I've kept you long enough. Thank you so much. I'll try not to be so long next time and to have something new and exciting. I thought I would do a fun one about stickers and washi tape because I have some beautiful ones and some fun ways that I use them that are a little bit, maybe not every day. So I thought I would do a little video about that soon. Okay? All right. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.